What's going on, traders? Yeah, it's been a minute since I done one of these live streams. Trading actively and everything. Yeah, I wanted to get on here and kind of do an update. I've been trading Nasdaq futures, which has been borderline better in my opinion than trading forex, just because of the prop firm bullshit that's been going on. And with futures, you can trade in Q, which is Nasdaq for anybody new. The Dow, all these things, and minis here, which is what I'm doing. Got a 100K Apex account. Kind of what I like to do here is kind of get into a trade. It's been kind of bullshit so far, but it looks like maybe catch something here. I'm gonna do five minis. Let's see. Keep all that so you guys can see the profits and whatnot. You can see it there too. Kind of the game plan here for today. It's been on a downtrend, as you can see. Hoping to catch this bottom, if it's going to be a bottom, and not just a continuation to just keep going lower and lower, which this time around I'm not going to be tricked into just holding on for dear life as this thing just keeps tanking. Kind of adjusting the strategy just a hair, just to see what happens. I have multiple trades going at the moment. So I got this futures trade going now. 100 tick stop loss, which makes this about a $250 risk per trade. Not thrilled about this breaking formation here, but on a bigger time scale, let's just do a 3 minute instead of the 1 minute. That's a candle, isn't it? Yeah, on a 3 minute, you can kind of see, looks like this downtrend's been broken by this move upward. There was some news at like 8:15. I don't know necessarily what that news was, other than it kind of did this spike right in here, which kind of pushed it up a little bit more than it was. Kind of just dawdling around here in a downtrend most of the morning. Don't necessarily like getting right in at open on Nasdaq, especially just because of how choppy and chaotic it can be. But I'm trying to just catch this bottom move higher. Recently, there's been a lot of like positive earnings results, but then also we can switch this over real quick. To the Dixie, the dollar. A lot of times as this is going up, the Nasdaq is going down. Same thing, it's kind of on a downtrend, so kind of correlation wise, it's pretty good probability world that that this thing might start breaking to the upside as the dollar's going down a little bit. So you got some big ass wicks here. But good thing we held through that. I did some math the other day. Let me share that with you guys. For anybody that's new, what I was doing was I took the average daily wick movement, and with that, kind of created a game plan for my other. Again, I'm trading Top Step futures. This account is Apex futures, and with Apex, since it's cheaper for the eval, I go a little bit more day tradey with it, little bit more heavy. Whereas like the Top Step trade, it's more kind of like swing trading, where I'll use 2 contracts instead of 5. Have a 400 tick stop, where this is kind of like 100. But the reason I do that is because for like the past month, NQ has been moving on average about 1,246 ticks. You know, and I don't think that's necessarily points, but you know, it's been swinging that much daily. And so if I'm going to try to catch a 1 to 3, you know, cut that in half. So that's how I got the 400 tick stop loss. Don't necessarily just like doing the trailing stops, just because sometimes you miss more of the move than you capture. But you know, if I'm not going to be watching it, and I'm going to be cashing out every day at 5, it's you know, we'll see how that plays out. You know, right now on that account I'm like down 0.5%. This one I'm down 1.5. So not terrible. Part of my game plan moving forward is to get these terrible gambling habits that I tend to have under control, and stop over leveraging, becoming emotionally hijacked. You know, what happens for me when that starts to happen is, say I catch a loss, catch another loss, and then I try to just catch a real quick scalp by like you know, just doing 5, maybe 10 micro. I think this is micro. I get that confused. You know, micros compared to minis. You know, so like the micros are like way less per tick. I think it's like 50 cents a tick, whereas like the other one's like $5 a tick. But if you do 10 of these, it's equal to like 1 of the other. And so what I was doing was just like, I just like get maybe 10 and then just boom, 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 just buy, and have these gigantic things. And, you know, having this thing swinging like hundreds of dollars per tick is fucking retarded. And, you know, blowing accounts and getting frustrated and doubling down and just doing shit that wasn't working right. Kind of the same game plan for like Darwin X, which another kind of trading thing I've been doing. This is I'm kind of in the hole. What is that? 3.5%. But I'm doing a lot more with the Darwin X, more of just money management versus like trying to compound and grow by flipping the account, if that makes sense. You know, and so with that, I'm just trading the indices, Nasdaq, S&P 500, and Dow Jones, and the game plan is just to try to cut these losses as this is going down, wait for bottoms, have a smaller position size, bigger stop loss. At the moment, I don't even have a stop loss in, which is kind of retarded, but I don't know. It looks like Nasdaq, and it looks like everything's kind of. Look at that. Look at that move up to the upside. That was a big move from the Dow. Make sure I put this over here so everybody can see these charts. Trying to trade less because, you know, part of my downfall can be over trading and just getting stuck in these like no whammy, you know, just riding just these 1 minute candlesticks too much. Whereas if I would just maybe just do a 1% trade with a big stop loss and only do one trade and just let it run, and if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Probably be more profitable. But, you know, moving forward for me, it's trying to just become more what am I trying to say? More open to loss, if that makes sense, and not try to get it all back in one day. Trying to get better at losing on some level. My biggest losses have come after huge wins, and not being able to keep the money from them wins, because then it's just like, oh, you know, it's like I'm up like thousands of dollars, so let's just double down and try to. You know, it's just being stupid. A lot of guys, you know, that I've watched over, you know, the course of this trading journey have kind of moved to futures, you know, from the Forex world because of the prop firm shit. You know, I just got True Forex Funds, my account, because I'm a United States trader. And so I have been locked out of that account because of their MetaTrader bullshit violations or whatever. I don't know, for maybe 5 months. It feels like a long ass time. But finally, they got a solution, which was all right. You know, as I was like mainly trading with them because of crypto. I wanted to trade Bitcoin with a prop account, mainly just to leverage like a bigger position. But I ended up, you know, Bitcoin has been such a limp noodle since the halving. You know, I thought the halving would be like this big money shot event that was just you know, like like a normal news event. Even, you know, it's like the thing with like the Forex factory. If you get on there and look at the news events and you see these like red folders and everything, it's like, even just like right here, you can see it just in this candlestick, a news event at 8:15, and I think there is actually another news event going on now, 9:45. I don't know. Let's double check. These news events are fucking retarded. I don't like them. 10 a.m. and there was one at 9:45. You know, I mean, and this is USD shit. The thing with the USD is, like, if these events were to be bearish for the dollar, it would, in theory, land here. If it was bearish, it should shoot this up. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. For the sake of this video here, you know, I'm not really thrilled with the choppiness of what's going on at the moment, but I feel like we're still all right. I mean, it looks like it's these candlesticks have been bearish the past couple minutes here, but we're still in the sky. I'm curious what my my top step trade is doing, but that's like kind of one of those ways I'm helping to mitigate some of my bad habits. Is like with top step, you know, having that locked in at the moment and not checking in on it and over trading it and like kind of sitting on the hands, I feel like is maybe the right move. We'll see. I mean, a lot of this is trial and error, but I had a vision of you know, doing these streams where it's just like pop, making all these trades and just like, you know, hitting all these, like, you know, catch that bottom wick and riding it up and selling it, and, you know, having big positions and shit. And but as I've been kind of evolving my trading plan and everything, it's kind of you know, not that at all. And so that's why I haven't been doing these streams, just because it can kind of be boring in the way that I'm trading. Mainly because it's like trying to do like 1 to maybe 3 trades. You know, if I do 3 trades at 250 risk and I lose all 3, that's not even 1% of a 100K account. And then I maybe just be done, and then try to learn to be okay with like looking at like a red day that's within my parameters as being a win, instead of like revenge trading, doubling down, you know, just blowing the account. You can jump in the chat, see what's going on with you guys. Doesn't look like anybody's in here yet. You know, it's not surprising. I haven't been very consistent with this, but you know, if you do catch the stream, you know, hopefully your trading's going good. Just, I like to check VWAP actually in Trading View. for those that aren't aware, you know, VWAP kind of is useful for day trading here. If it's below VWAP, it's, you know, typically kind of bearish, which, you know, it's been, you know, pretty accurate there, but starting to not only touch VWAP, but it looks like that closed above it. We'll do it on a 3-minute. I mean, we're right on it. You know, it's a good sign it's kind of reversing, kind of above VWAP actually, but we'll see. Quant Tower lets you have VWAP on the thing for like $70 a month. You know, and so I don't know if that's going to be worth it or not, because I've not really been using these indicators. I'm mainly just kind of do the candlestick patterns and what the price action and what the price action is doing. Maybe you could look at that. Like, I look at the bottom of the wicks for bull markets, and the tops of the wicks for bearish markets. We got that low is not as low as that guy. We'll see what this guy does. That broke that candlestick on a 3-minute. Kind of want to just adjust that just a hair down. We got 6 minutes till the news. Kind of just throws everything into a freaking you know, the thing about these news events, you know, it's like, it'd be so irritating, because it's like, say you're in this position, like say you got in down here or whatever, and it's riding up here, you're in a big profit. Next thing you know, within 10 seconds of a news event, it could just go on, the whole fucking trend's all fucked up, trade, you get stopped out, and you know, and it's unpredictable, I guess. Yeah, unpredictable. I don't like that kind of shit. I like trending. You know, I don't like the sideways ranging vibe. Like it's what it's doing at the moment. You know, this indecision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so basically, market opened right here. And we're just indecision world. Yeah, it's one of them things. You know, if I get stopped out at the moment, I don't even really give a shit. With 4 minutes left until that news event, it could do anything. You know, it could go and straight down for the rest of the day. Yeah, I got caught on, you know, so much why did that not stop me out? There you go. It's lagging. Yeah, I got caught on so many of these huge candles, you know, and like the wrong side of them. It's been really frustrating. And I wouldn't be interested in this guy until it comes down to here, and then possibly get back into it. But I kind of want to wait until that news event, maybe right before. Maybe try to just hop in on something real quick. We'll see. Looks like the Dow's doing really good today. I don't know why that's unaffected by whatever is going on with the S&P and Nasdaq, and just the crowd in general at the moment is being really indecisive. Hopefully this account is mirroring my futures account on Top Step. hope I'm still in the trades. And for like a reversal, I was doing a lot of knife catching, you know, which would be if this is just trying to buy it at the lowest possible spot. But I got burned so many times by doing that, and just going too heavy in general for that. A better thing that I've found through trial and error has been to wait for these to close. Make sure the bottom's there. You know, the fear is you're gonna miss the move. The fear of missing out, FOMO bullshit like this. It's like, oh, if I would have bought it down here, look at that, I probably would have made a couple $100 by now. I'm actually thinking about shorting this. Yeah, I'm just going to get into a quick short. And this is where we're going to be for the news event, I guess. T minus 10 seconds for the news. Look at this thing just chopping around. What is wrong with these traders today? We got 100 and... I just gotta close that guy. Ended up just doing a quick switcheroo there. I just liked how it rejected off that level down here. Made some quick profits there. Let's kind of just see what this thing does now. Where it's sitting, I kind of want to, you know, ride it to the upside, but we're way at, look at how big this candlestick is. On that move, we fucking caught some winners. But like, I feel like if getting into a buy right now with it being right up here, way too sketchy that it would just flush all the way back down. I'd almost be more willing to. The fact that it's dawdling around is a sign for me to short it. We'll see if that gets stopped out. There's no risk. I'm going to still try to short it. I'm going really tight on the stop loss though. Maybe give a little bit more breathing room. Is that closed bearish? I'm gonna get out of this trade. I don't like how indecisive it's being. It could take off any direction, and I'd like to catch another move maybe down here. If it doesn't break beneath this, I'm waiting for it to get down here. I'm gonna try to go long. Let's jump in the chat, see what's going on with you guys. Doesn't look like anybody's in here at the moment, but whenever you watch this, it'll be now. So I appreciate you being here whenever you get here. Hopefully this is entertaining, if anything. Obviously, not giving financial advice or anything. This is more just financial entertainment. I'm kind of waiting a little bit till it touches this a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna drop my risk and see if it goes down more, and then just kind of double up as it goes down. This way, it's only a small loss if it just blasts through it. Part of my strategy is only doing 5 micros on a 100K account. You know, I've found that with Nasdaq, you know, moving as much as it does in New York session, it's really easy to blow an account on a 100K. Doing more than that. I'm still waiting for that last opportunity to get another, which it might not come. It's fine. You can see that wick looks like it's going to close above this one. You know, a lot of times if this thing's going to flush, there's not as much resistance. With as indecisive as this entire New York session has been, part of that indecision, I feel like, is because of where we are. If we go on the 4-hour, you can see what's kind of led up to where we're at is this big sell-off yesterday, which now we have it says 9 o'clock this morning, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16 hours of just kind of catching a bottom, possibly. Part of the trading strategy I like to do is to buy out of sideways ranges, because a lot of times the sideways range is indicating a reversal, especially when you have a low, a high, a low that's above this other low. Not to say it can't just continue down, because it could, but trying to kind of think more in probabilities. It's more likely with it being Nasdaq. The earnings report for like all these tech companies and shit has been really positive. It's a really good sign that that's not going to be a bearish day. Not to say it won't, but I'm going to take the risk off the table. Go to break even. kind of what I'm hoping to see is you can see these highs have been kind of bearish. You know, they keep going down and down. I'd like to see one of these candlesticks break that structure. We're kind of back to where we started this morning. I like to trade the open, the overlap, which is an hour before market open. Starts, 8 o'clock. So this is where we started today. Big move up. And we're out of the trade for break even. I'm going to switch to this top step. I just want to see if I'm still in the trade, if I got stopped out. Great, I'm still in all of these positions. That's cool. The Russell is doing good. Let me check out where my stop loss is. Oh, I'm way down there. Yeah, so that's good. Plenty of breathing room on this account. Then you can see, like, from here where I bought it to there, it's only 130, or I'm basically lost 120, 130 ticks since I made this order, and it's only down 150 bucks on 100K. Although we are on this downtrend, we're at this level of support, so hopefully it fucking bounces. Nasdaq has been pretty bearish the past couple weeks. I'm going to switch back to the other account. If I get stopped out, it is what it is. But the nice thing is, at least still in the trade for now, and then if I do get stopped out or whatever, the loss is not an overwhelming, like, oh shit. I'm getting ready to do a buy order here. And one of the things I've been really working on is resisting the urge to buy at the top of the fucking pyramid and sell at the bottom. As easy as that sounds to do, when you get emotionally hijacked, it's easy to think, oh, it's going to keep going lower and doubling down and like getting a sell order in at the worst possible time. So it's 10:12. Another part of the trading plan is I'm only trading till 11:30. And so kind of happy with the placement of everything here. You got the previous low, decent amount of like wiggle room here for stop loss. Don't really, when it comes to like placements of stop losses or whatever, I don't like to have it like right on the thing because it's so easy to get stopped out. But there was a while where I was like giving pretty big wiggle room, but it's more of like does my idea become invalidated by it crossing this? That's more of where I'm putting stop losses at anymore. Is where it would just not be a valid idea anymore. For example, if you're writing this downtrend, if it breaks this previous kind of high over here, like it did, more than likely the downtrend's broken. Especially when it's like overall for the past, I don't know, however many years Nasdaq's been in existence, has been bullish. Happy with the direction this trade's going. A pretty slick move here if we can ride this thing. It's at 300 and some points. I'm going to actually take all the risk off the table and just get that to break even. Yeah, today's doing great for the Dow. It's starting to reverse. When it comes to like index trading, I take profit at 3 times the risk, and so the risk between these three is like $1,000, which is a 1% risk. And so when this guy says $3,000, I'm just gonna close the trade, take the cash, and then be done for the day. Get back in a position maybe during Asian session. Let's jump in the chat, see what's going on. Nobody's in here. Hopefully this is playing okay. You guys can hear me and see and all that kind of good stuff. Move this microphone a little bit. We'll get back to the futures trade here. Up to 0.25% profit. And this is kind of the same thing. I'll pretty much have a mental stop loss at like, okay, now that it's hit 250s-ish range, that's like a 1-to-1 for me. 500 is like a 1-to-2. 750 is like a 1-to-3. Will I, if this thing is like skyrocketing, just close it at 750? No. Like I'll run the stop loss to 750, and if it keeps, and trail the stop, if it continues to go up, that's great, but I won't let the 750 slide. Whoa. very indecisive crowd in the Nasdaq at the moment. Oh, and it drives me crazy. You know, I just like the moves that just are trending. Who doesn't, Mike? Everybody loves that. It's like, well, obviously not. If he's got people not fucking doing it. That's like the world we live in, I guess. You know, it's like some people see the market different, I guess. I like to assume every trader's trying to make a profit, but the stats don't seem to show that. I've been kind of appreciating the 3-minute charts because it gives more of a I don't know, more of a stable like turnaround, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's like, and the only reason I say that is because I've been trying to catch so many falling knives that it's nice to have like that bottom and not waiting for that 3-minute to close, which is 3 1-minute candles, is nice for it's just like nice for confidence reasons, I guess, not to be afraid that it's gonna stop you out or whatever. We bought that right at the almost like an A+ entry. If that continues to skyrocket, sometimes one of my favorite setups is kind of these bull traps, mainly because I've gotten caught in so many of them that it's just like obvious. What a bull trap looks like is like downtrend, bottom, burst to the upside, maybe Fibonacci level. Let's just do it like that. So maybe like a 50% retracement, and then a dawdle, and then you can like capture that whole bit of the move. Plus, if it continues to the downside, I'll go heavy as shit on them. I have in the past, at least. Try not to like go full tilt on any one particular position, just because I don't want to be so emotionally invested in it. Computer sounds like it's having a freaking overload. I think I need to clean it or something. After this candlestick, I'm going to move this stop loss to that 76.4%. I'm going to actually move it up. I don't necessarily trust what's going on here. I'm dawdling around too much. Get out of this. I don't trust what's going on with it. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute. See what the hell's happening here. This looks like a bull trap. That's the vibe of a, you know, downtrend, burst to the upside, weak, and then all the way down. Not saying it's necessarily weak. I just don't trust what it's doing. I liked how that broke above that. Gives me a little more confidence to. What the fuck is going on with these? And that's the thing about Quantower that's kind of like sketchy. Is I like to keep these working orders obvious, you know, so I can make sure there's not a hidden position that didn't get closed. That happened on my Top Step account this morning. Actually, I thought I flattened the entire thing, which apparently I didn't, and like I was like woke up to like an open position. I was like, what the fuck? Luckily, it wasn't a huge. As I think I only lost $200. You know, I mean, so not great, but you know, it could have been way worse. And that's just something with Quantower that I just gotta, I guess, be mindful about. Yeah, so I don't know what this is up to. Market's very choppy. Yeah, for these kinds of reasons. That's why I like having these bigger stop losses and smaller sizes and just letting it do its thing. It's so hard to predict what these things are. You be sitting here, oh, it's a downtrend, Mike. Can't you see it? It's going down. And the next thing you know, some buyer comes in and just. Like, it's really tempting to short Nasdaq and tempting to short Bitcoin. You know, I get tempted to short Bitcoin a lot, mainly because it's huge moves to the downside. I mean, you get these big moves up. I mean, at the same time, you know, the moves down are, you know, equally pretty big. I got my hips replaced, and I was like under a kind of borderline drugged up with this, like coming out of anesthesia and all these pain pills and shit. And I was like on my phone trading Bitcoin in the hospital, and yeah, I was trying to catch those shorts, and I just blew the account. Every time I've blown an account trading Bitcoin has been trying to short it. Kind of why with Bitcoin I've been basically just buying, holding, and at like 10% profit, taking profit, and then just using that profit to invest in other things. Basically, it's been working for me since October. I ended up getting a pretty big position in for the halving. That's been a limp noodle, but I like the Bitcoin the Bitcoin bros or whatever. Yeah. They say to invest in people, and so that's one of the things I like about Bitcoin is the people that are just fervently. It could drop down. If it dropped down to $1,000, I'll just keep stacking. Okay, let's move this guy up to here. This looks like pretty obvious it's going up. Caught that a little bit of profit for the move. Let's see if this works. Might have been premature to get in another buy. Yep. Wait till it comes down to whatever this line is. 61%. We'll do the same thing. We'll stagger step this thing down. See if it drops even further down. Try to get one more. I was telling my stepson who's getting into trading. He's in the military, and I told him, a lot of military people in general, if you have like money from getting signed up or whatever, to either get into trading and like set your shit so while you're doing your military stuff that it's your money's growing. I kind of am surprised at like how recent this type of trading actually is. I wouldn't be surprised with the amount of algorithms and just AI and math bullshit that's going on with trading. I'm just gonna take all the risk off the table here. That a lot of like younger people that are used to like playing games and shit would probably be really good at trading if they're able to keep like the gambling and shit out of it, because it is very game-like trading. Did that just stop me out? How many do I got? 3? I'm almost thinking this is time to short it. That might be dumb. Good thing I only did 2. I'm actually gonna get out of this trade. Jump in the chat, see what's going on with you guys. Actually, check what's going on with this world here. Okay. Let's take a bigger step back here. Let's take a look at what's happening. So we get down, dude, then it bounces down here, comes back up here, which didn't break that, goes down, didn't cross that low, goes up. I think this is a bull trap in the making, and so I'm just going to go ahead and short this. Not to say that it won't like rally back or whatever. I just don't, with just how indecisive it is, I just have a feeling people are not really having a bunch of faith that this thing's gonna take off today. I don't think that. What just happened? Technical difficulty. There, we're back in business. I'll bring that stop loss a little bit lower. If you look at this bottom, oops. Oh shit. Uptrend confirmed. I refuse to chase this. We'll wait till it gets back a little bit lower. Well, Mike, like you're missing out. One of the things that helps me not feel like I'm missing out is knowing I have other accounts that are not missing out. It still hasn't been like a big New York City move. But you can almost see it, like how like not over trading can be more profitable. So whereas like I've been kind of going back and forth on this Nasdaq trade, trying to time this shit. When, like I said, I should have not been chasing it and I should have waited. Now I'm sitting in a fucked up spot at the highest point. I'll flatten out. I'm just gonna catch that at a better position. And basically, I'm gonna kind of wait till it maybe drops down to about there, about where this trend line is. And then the knife catch would be trying to catch it before it closes on anything. I'm going to probably knife catch it when it gets a little bit either closer to this trend line, or if it starts to close open or close like that. But it's easy to get tricked by some of them dojis. We'll see how it closes. I got my finger on the button ready to catch a quick burst to the bottom. There we go. We're in this, boys. I'm gonna take some of the risk off the table, stay beneath that that trend line. Pretty much at this point. Let's go to 15 minute. See where this could be. Trying to. This level right here is going to be the next one to go. And keep that open so you guys can see the P&L. Looking to see how we're doing for the day. I try not to be overly, obsessed with the P&L. I think all these coffees have started to bleed through me here. Find some music to chill to here. I go to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, for those who don't know, I produce music too. Play guitar, all sorts of stuff. Let me just play something for you guys when I go to the bathroom. Yeah. Try to do something instrumental so it doesn't trigger a fucking copyright thing. I have so many just instrumental tracks I do for licensing. We'll do some electro house. This might be some good trading music. I don't know if that's even playing. Looks like it. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back here, and looks like we're still in the trade. Looks like everything's going good. Oh, like Daniel Ince keeps trading. Hopefully his day's going good. Watched a couple of his streams. He trades futures, NQ, and I think he trades ES too, which is S&P. Looks like we're still in the trade here, so I have to get ready to have a handyman business. I got a job to go to around noon. Got 10:40 something in the morning now. This is like a slow grind. I'm hoping that big just freaking move. I might end up. We'll see how this thing progresses here. This is going to be a slow grind for the next, foreseeable future. I'd probably just set it and forget it, and start going to that job now. It's been a kind of a bullshit trading day. I guess they can't all be winners, but you never know. I mean, anything can happen in trading. I got fucked on a silver trade that thought it was going pretty standard, and the next thing you know, that thing dropped so many points very in a rapid amount of time. It's like unbelievable how much profit I lost in that trade. And like and it was like, it wasn't just that trade either. It was like an NQ trade. It was like a whole bunch of just huge like losses, like candlesticks that just went do and then just fell off a cliff like Nasdaq did. That was a bad day for me and my accounts. It's like one of the things I like about using prop accounts, and DarwinX for one, is like it saved me a shitload of money. Learning how to do this. Paid a lot of tuition to the market. I was on a Forex thing, as trading at like $1,000 account. Got it at the height to $1,600, and then just went full tilt. And then I just started over risking, and just I ended up losing like $300. And it was like, what? It's much better to have a financial system that's not so volatile. With futures, yeah, you can get these accounts for like, I think Top Step is like $100 for a 100K account. Apex, you can get these 100K accounts for like $40. But if you pass, I got funded on an Apex account, which I ended up blowing that funded account just by being, I'm still new at this, so like not even a year into trading, but I've been really putting a lot of reps in with learning the charts and shit, but not to sit here and justify myself, but I ended up getting funded. I was up $1,600 in the funded Apex account. But the thing of it is, once you pass these evals, then you have to pay Apex. I can't remember what it was, like $100 and something dollars to activate the PA account. I was talking to a guy. Apex was, basically putting this carrot on a stick, and it enticed me for a while. Where it's like you can get like 20, 50K accounts or whatever for like $1 million worth of funding or whatever. And they were I think it was 90 like 90% off or something like that, you know. And so you just load up on these accounts and then just you copy trade them and just do 20 accounts as like one big account. And I had what did I have? I had 3 250K account. Yeah, I had a shitload, you know. And like I was just being so ridiculous with what I was doing. But you know, I ended up passing the one, and then just from inexperience of, it's one thing to have the evals, but it's another when it's like, oh shit, this can be like a real payout and actually go to my bank account and actually there's a whole milestone of just like emotions and shit that need to be conquered, in my opinion. And it's just like, kind of lost my train of thought, you know. But so if you get all those like 50K accounts from Apex, okay, super cheap to load up on them, but then to then activate them, it's like a couple grand, you know, if they do 20 of them. This looks like it's trending pretty nice. Seems weak though. Just the size of these candlesticks. I mean, it just seems pretty. What the fuck is going on outside? They seem weak. I'm just gonna move that to break even, because the thing with New York session is there's generally a big move, and it looks like it's losing steam on the uptrend. I just shorted it real quick. I don't know where where this will go downwards before it goes back up. But just this indecision up here and that lack of just like going up higher. I just don't trust what it's doing. It's broke that trend line. It just seems weak as fuck. And like in the past, this would be the point where I'd just be hitting the sell market order. Click, 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 click. And sometimes that works, you know. I mean, not to sit there and like say that it doesn't, but you know, I've caught like, I forget how many contracts. You know, it's just being crazy. Just click, 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 and next thing you know, it moves like barely any, and it's like, oh, I'm up like $5,000. I'm just gonna put that pretty tight. Let's see how everything else is looking. Man, that Dow is just fucking kicking ass today. Need to look into what's in the Dow that's not in the S&P and Nasdaq. Like, I know like the Nasdaq is tech and S&P is banks, but I think Dow is more value driven business. I don't know. Whatever it is, you know, it seems like today, for whatever reason, it's really I'm like really tempted at the moment to get in on a Nasdaq. I have all these wrote down. Unfortunately, on this Nasdaq, we're really high up the I don't want to take a trade right now with Nasdaq. Yeah, it could bounce up, but we're right at the top, and I'm like really becoming or trying to become more disciplined about not doing buy orders at the top of these ranges. Yes, it's got a lot of upside here in a longer time. I'm gonna resist the urge to fuck with this. Go back to this NQ. See what the hell this is looking like. I'm still not necessarily convinced of this going up much higher, at least at the moment. It's like 11 a.m. New York session time. We got about half an hour left for something to maybe shake loose. With that candle didn't even break this over here. It just seems so fucking weak too. Way beneath the trend line. What's VWAP looking like? Still above VWAP. It's like a test. There's the time on here. It's really close to VWAP. They say if it's above VWAP, it's bullish. If it's below VWAP, it's bearish. But it's so close. Who knows what the fuck it's gonna do. Oh shit, is this the move? Is this the move we've been waiting for all morning? I'm gonna close my top step trade. Before this thing just skyrockets to the bottom here. Just go ahead and close that guy. All those positions were in a small profit, so you can almost just see by that example of why it's more profitable to not fuck with the position and just let it be. I didn't fuck with that all morning. I made a little bit of profit. I'm debating on closing all these, but and just being done. Because I have a feeling this is going to drop. I'm going to just capture these profits. And we'll see what this does. It's really looking like a short. Yeah, not every day is there a huge move. Well, really there is pretty reliably during New York session between 9 and noon, at least one substantial move, if not two. You know, so like today it was bullish pre-market. Like I said, that's when I like to trade. I like to get on the charts around 8, get out of the trade before the bell opens at 9:30. Kind of play it by ear. You know, like this chopped around for 20-30 minutes, and then you know, that move kind of sucked because look at these candlesticks, really choppy, really bullshit. From about 10, you know, for an hour, we got a pretty decent choppy slow grind up. This might be that big that everybody waits for, that everybody loves. Everybody loves the big freaking big shorts. Since I am break even at the moment, I might start looking for another shorting opportunity. Let's make sure to change this. I've done that a handful of times. I forget to change that, and then like put a position in on some fucking weird future I never heard of. And wait till that gets up to the top. Alright, so now we got 10, which is equal to 1 contract on NQ, but these are minis, so I got 10 risk on only half of those. So if this thing drops, this can be a nice trade here. Targeting down here, actually. Let's do a fib so we can kind of have a good idea where to maybe take some profits. And close that down. Okay, so have this guy open. Let's see, probably take profit at 76.4. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this thing does. And it could just retrace at any point, but this is looking very bearish to me. Move the whole thing into profit. There we go. Now we just hit 50. Getting some good movement here. We'll just keep them tight on these fibs. Try to get it above that 50%. Got a little bit too greedy and accidentally closed out 2 of the positions from being too greedy. Want to hang back just far enough to capture another move down. All right, 0.5% on the trade. Now we're at, where are we at? And this will probably be my last trade. Let's see how that wick just hit that 61. Not to say we won't get stopped out, but there we go. We're out of the trade now. That hit that 76.4. Will it go further down? Maybe. It could go all day, but not gonna keep fucking with it. Let's see how we did. Yeah, we got a little bit of our loss back. That's good. Yeah, it's 11:10. Being a downtrend, let's take a peek at what we've been doing here. I mean, this thing could just continue to drop. What was this low? Day was that the 25th? Was that 5 days ago? It could go all the way down to that, or it could all the way back out. Either way, this thing is so sideways, as you can see on the bigger time scale. I might. No, I ain't gonna do shit. I'm going to call that a day. Let me just jump in the chat, see if anybody's in here. Doesn't look like it, but whenever you watch this, it'll be now. So other than that, I appreciate you guys spending the trading day with me. Hopefully your trading day was awesome. You're in profits, and with that being said, I think I'm going to bounce. So until the next till the next trading day here, God bless, and